Oh, what's going on, guys? Hold on 1 second. Getting set up here still. All right. There we go. We're live. So, let me guess. ACHN shorting. No, I don't think so. Well, that's not the plan right now. I'm watching actually a couple different stocks this morning. Got MRNS. Actually short of this one here. So it filled the gap. You can see here on the daily chart. It had a gap. Ding, 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 ding. Where is it at? Well, weekly chart. It's got a gap somewhere. Here we go. So it's got a gap there. It filled that gap up to that 428, 430 area. So I thought we'd get some kind of sell in there. So ended up getting some sell in there. Ended up going short at the top here. 436, small size, 500 shares, 1,000 shares, 500 each of those. Had another short there. So getting short there and then covering there at 423. Ended up making a little bit of profit there. But looks like MRNS might want to keep heading higher here at open. So keeping an eye on MRNS. I don't know why I say IS. MRNS. Keep an eye on it. MRNS. MRNS, yeah. So basically, MRNS up to that 440 area, double top so far. So kind of watching that 440 area. If you can look here on the weekly chart, like I was saying, they had that gap. It filled the gap there up to that 428 area, 430 area. And then now we got resistance there on the bottom of these candles. So looking like it might want to go up to that $5 area there. It's getting through that up to that 440 again. So it's sitting right there at the 440 right now. I was actually trying to go long here a couple times this morning. Just could not get filled. Trying to buy the dip and never got filled there on MRNS. So you can see pre-market got the double top there at the 440 area. Looks like it wants to break through it right here. It's been pretty steady gaining all morning. This is the 5-minute chart. But you can see it's holding that EMA, 9 EMA pretty well there. I was thinking, like I said, get a bit of a pullback through that. Get a bit of pullback from that top there at the 440 area. Once that gap filled, thinking we got a move down here to the 410. Didn't get it, only got 420. So ended up covering there at 423. And now it's up there to 440. What's good? What's good, guys? Morning. Everybody's saying morning. There she is. Fix my damn camera again. Fix my hair. Hair's looking good. All right. Yellen's in the house. What's up? So, yes, watching a couple different stocks. KURA this morning. Watching this one. I actually ended up going short this morning. Trying to get this break through that $12 area. Never got the break there. Had a double bottom there at $12. Ended up covering there. Small profit, small size. But you can see KURA up to that 1250 area again. Getting topped out there. On Friday, this thing sold off pretty hard into close, which is not normally a good sign. So you can see, got through that 1350 area and then pulled back pretty hard all the way down here to 1110 area. Right there before close on that 5-minute candle. So big spread there, big drop. And it's kind of coming back now. Got that $12 area. Key area to watch here on KURA, $12. So basically watching that $12 area, watching that 1250 break, 1250, 1260 area here on KURA, and then another one NLNK, kind of doing the same thing. I tried to go short this morning, was hoping to get short there above this 1825 area, but never got up there. So it got stuck at 1825. Now it's down there to 1785. NLNK here. NLNK pulling back. So last Friday, it got there to the 1930 area, double top. You can see here on the chart, it's running into that resistance there at the 19 area. So we got all this resistance here at the 20s, 19, 30, right there. So basically the tops of those candles was the high of day on Friday. So boom, resistance kicking in there on NLNK. If it wants to go higher, got to get through that 1930 area and then look for that move, you know, possibly above this 20 and get up here, this 25 if it really wants to squeeze. Got a bit of a gap there that could possibly fill. So basically over 20 and then getting above that 2160 area and look for that move up to 25. So NLNK, KURA, some of the movers this morning got IDRA making a move this morning. It's up on news. You can see IDRA slowly moving higher. A lot of sellers keeping it from moving too fast. But you can see it's kind of holding that 230 area up to that 240 now, kind of double top area, 240 area. If you look at the daily chart, got resistance coming up at the 260 area. So IDRA up 22% so far. Got EYEG, it's up 15% on low volume. LINU, this one ran up the other day or the other week, made a move. It's making a move this morning, but it looks like it's already pulling back. It jumped up from that $1.40 area up to the $1.75, pulled back to $1.50 now. So LINU moving around this morning. What's a good volume number? I like to see over 500,000 shares, you know, 1 million shares traded at open. See a lot of action there. The more volume, the more action, the more volatility. Also, it's going to keep you a little bit safer. The stock can't drop as fast or can't go up as fast, depending on your short or long when there's a lot of volume. Really depends, I guess, because I guess it can go either way. But you really want to see a lot of volume there. You know, buying a stock with no volume there can be a bad thing because you can either get crushed as the shorts pile in and just crush it down, or you can get crushed if you're long there, or if you're short. So you want to see a lot of liquidity, a lot of people buying, selling, give you an opportunity to get in and out without having to risk too much. So there it is, ARRY. So over here on the left of the screen, you can see all these different tickers. Hopefully you guys can see them. It might not be big enough there, but you can see all the tickers that are moving around this morning. You got the most active stocks, MRNS, most active stock, up there to 470 now. Nice. Would have been a beautiful little dip buy there. Should have covered that short and then went long there at the 420 area. Ended up getting up and going to watch the news real quick. Had the hurricane blow through this weekend here in South Florida, but everyone survived. Everybody looks pretty good. There's not much damage other than some trees down, stuff like that. MRNS up to that 470 area now. Big seller sitting there. See if everyone's get eaten out. I'm using the 9 EMA, which is a blue line, and then I got the 20 on the yellow there, and then I've got a daily chart as well, and I'm looking at the 50 and the 200, and then I've also got the VWAP on my montage telling me where the VWAP is, basically. So right now the VWAP here is at 413 on MRNS. So a couple people talking about the gap here on MRNS. The gap was filled, so we had that gap there from the 470. Well, I guess, yeah, you're right. So there's still more action to go. So up to that 525 area, the gap, it gapped down from 525 down here to $1.98. So that's the gap they're talking about. This is the gap people are looking to get filled here, up to that 525 area. So MRNS making the move here, going higher through that 470 area. It's up already $1, so it basically had a little bit of a dip here. Came down to the 350 area. Now it's up there to 470. Beautiful move here on MRNS. Hitesh, you changed your little thumbnail. Supposed to say hot stocks. Well, hot stocks supposed to be the box above me, not my face. I should probably maybe move the hot stocks part up to the top up here. But just giving you guys an idea. People who don't know, this box right here, this area is just showing all the pre-market action, everything that's moving around right now. We got MRNS most active on the NASDAQ right now. We got 1.1 million shares traded so far, so a lot of volume, a lot of action there on MRNS. Keep an eye on MRNS here at open. Got that gap up to the 525 area. If we get a strong break of $5, like for that move to 525, 530 area. What's going on? Ryan Wood in the house. I don't know. Janet's up 25% right now. She's on fire. What are you on, Janet? Are you in on MRNS? Let me guess. 25 to 12. MRNS. Oh, also another stock moving around this morning. Where is it? TAHO. This stock, TAHO, a silver mining company, did a bit of a gap up this morning. It's up 40%, but it doesn't look like it really wants to go much higher. The volume isn't really increasing that much. It might be a nice little short sell here. Keep an eye on this one, TAHO. You can see it gapped up from that 460 area up to this 720 area. You got smacked down. It's at S650 now. Yes, last night power went off, was live streaming, trying to do a Q&A, and power went out right in the middle of the damn thing. So that was a bit of a fail. So TAHO, not a lot of volume so far. Kind of holding this 650 area, 660. But you can see it gapped up from that 460 area up there to 720. So plenty of shares are short there. It's a silver mining company. They've got news that I guess they got a contract or they're allowed to mine again, something like that. TEVA moving around this morning. And gapping up from the 1550 area up there to 1765. So making a move here. TEVA getting crushed recently down from this $31 area. Finally looking like it's going to find a bottom down here at the $15 area. So now it's trying to get back some of those gains. Still got a long way to go. So from 15 up there to 30. Nice little swing if you bought the dip there. Thought you got the bottom there at the $15 area. Yeah, TAHO, like I said, it's one of those stocks. Normally doesn't really move much, but it gapped up on this news, so it could be a nice little gap down if it wants to sell off there. If the news isn't as good as people thought, or people are just taking profit who have been holding it for a while. You can see this thing's been kind of just bouncing around that 480 area for a while. So some people might just want to take profit 39% in the green there. So basically, a couple stocks moving around. MRNS this morning, making a big move here actually. So MRNS, you can see making that move from the 350 area on this pullback up there to the 480. It gapped up from this $3 area. Now up there to 488. It's got that gap to fill. We're looking for that gap to fill here back up to that 525 area. So see the bottom of this candle there at 525. It's trying to fill this gap. Big gap there from the 525 area, gapping down here. Bad news probably on this stock. It gapped down there to $1.98. So ding, ding, ding. Looking for that gap to fill there on MRNS. MTBC gapping up. Okay, let's check it out. MTBC. Only 13,000 shares so far. 14,000 shares. It's increasing. Doing something. It's doing a little bit of a move. Normally look at this stock normally just no volume at all. So I'd be very careful. Make sure there's going to be decent volume there before you go and try to chase MTBC. Richard, you're talking about ACHN, you're talking about MRNS. MRNS, ACHN isn't even close to $5 right now. MRNS is a lot closer. Oh, roofing insurance stocks playing into the hurricane play there. Maybe find some roofing companies or tree trimming companies. So tree trimming companies are going to be making some money. I now down here in South Florida, there's plenty of work to do, plenty of trees to get cut and hauled away. I saw a lot of trees down. So MRNS this morning. And then the other suspects this morning got KURA. Watching KURA. It's sold off into close there on Friday. We'll see if it wants to bounce. See if it's $12 support wants to go, wants to fly higher. And then NLNK. NLNK also kind of bouncing 1780 area. Wanting to move higher here. So on Friday, had that high there at the 1930 area, which was previous resistance there on the daily chart. So NLNK pulling back down to this 1750 area, kind of bouncing 1750 in the close there, and then now pre-market holding above 1781. So NLNK, KURA, the big movers there on Friday, looking like they still want to do something today. NLNK with 92,000 shares traded so far, and you got KURA kind of doing the same thing. KURA also with 96,000 shares traded and kind of bouncing in that same range there from 1198 up there to 1252. Someone's calling out FEYE. FireEye. Low volume so far. Got 38,000 shares traded. It's up 3.1%. A little bit of a gap up from that $16 area up there to 1655. Well, what's up, Dean? Morning. Morning, Norm. Norm's in the house. All right. Got about 9 minutes till market open here. Just sitting back here, waiting, watching. I'm actually already in the green today. Figure out how in the green I am. Small size. Playing it safe this morning. Just trying to get a couple scalps here this morning. You can see making $25 there on KURA on the short, and then $70. So after commissions, about $50 profit. TEVA up to that 1780 area. We're getting through that 1760 resistance there, up there to 1780 now. No, not $45. I was added a little much there, so be about $30. $30 in commissions on those 2 trades. So ACHN getting up to that 391 area. What's the news on ACHN? I look tired. Thanks, Frank, for the concern. I feel pretty good. It's been a little bit of a boring, long weekend just sitting here, not doing anything with the hurricane, just sitting outside of our window. So ACHN gapping down 10% after backing out of a collaboration with another company. Be some bad news there for ACHN. Man, if I thought this was a beauty channel, now it's talking about how I'm tired and my hair looks good. Wake up! Whoa. No coffee this morning. The coffee machine in my building isn't working. They turned it off because of the hurricane. They didn't want people to have they didn't want people to have coffee during the hurricane, I guess. Complained to the management about that one. Oh, cracking the back, cracking the back. So like I said, ACHN this morning, yapping down here. A couple other stocks move around. Got MRNS up on the most active and the most gain so far on the NASDAQ. It's up there to 480. Looking for that gap fill. Up there to that 525 area. You can see on the weekly chart, got MRNS up there at the 425, 430 area. And gapping down. So looking for that gap to fill here. MRNS really making a solid weekly move here. Does nothing but green, 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 green for the last couple weeks. Even on the daily looking pretty good. So MRNS really in a bullish pattern here. Trying to head higher since literally July. Just going higher and higher and higher. Following that trend. Looks like somebody knew something. The platform is SureTrader Pro, if anyone is wondering. Usually the typical question every day. So TAHO, we're talking about this one possibly being a short here. It gapped up there on news of their silver mine. Silver mining company had news about a new contract, or they got some kind of deal where they could actually start mining again. Didn't read too much into it. But you can see TAHO up to that $720 area, pulling back now down to 645. I'm keeping an eye on this one at open. Make sure there's some volume there. We got NLNK making the move here up to that 1829 area, getting through that 1820 support resistance there. So you can see 1825 previous resistance there on NLNK. It looks like it wants to go higher here. Getting triple top there at 1830 right now. NLNK, crazy one there on Friday. You can see NLNK on Friday making a wild move from this 1350 area up there to $19. People are calling for that move above $20. So we'll see if NLNK has the power to go here. Also another stock that we're watching from Friday, KURA, looking for a continuation here. If this wants to head higher. KURA up to that 1250 area again. KURA and NLNK kind of following suit here. Working together, I think. Would you start a cash or a margin account as a beginner? Really, it doesn't depend. It depends more on just your risk tolerance. When you're trading with margin, you got to be careful. You got to be more aware. But I don't think being protected from shorting is going to make you a better trader or not. No one talks about SR SRCI. I'll talk about it. SRCI. What about it? What about it? Gap and dent just slowly heading lower here. That's your, I don't know. I'm here, Ben. We made it. We made it. We're alive. This is not pre-recorded. I'm not from the future or the past. This is live. So just kind of recapping here. We got 2 minutes till market open. We're watching KURA. We're watching NLNK. NLNK. Look at the chart there. Got that resistance there at the 1830 area. Kind of holding it right now. Got KURA making the move here above that 1250. And then we got, what else we got here? Ding, 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 ding. Trying to go through this real quick. A couple stocks moving around. Oh, MRNS. So MRNS would probably be the mover this morning. Looking for that break above $5 for that possible move up to that 530 area. The Audi is good. Audi's in the garage. No damage. Kept it in the garage. And no issues. So no storm in the garage, luckily. All right, so give me 1 second here. I'm going to get my, pull up another screen. Be right back. All right, so a bit of a fail there on the switching the cameras, but we're good. We're good. We're back. So you can see MRNS up there to that 490 area. Kind of watching MRNS here at open. Watching a couple of stocks. Got NLNK, got KURA. Got a couple of charts all pulled up here. Got my main chart so you guys can see the actual trades that I'm in. You'll see my profit and everything like that. But overall, I'm already in the green here. Up $95 in profit. And watching MRNS here above $5. I'm getting ready for market open here. Here's market open. Watching MRNS here. Looking for this $5 break. And there she goes, MRNS through $5. Looking for this move up to that 510, 520 area possibly. Giving a little bit of time here. And there we go. Taking profit there on MRNS. I put my order out there at 512. I'm happy with that. I ended up getting filled a little bit higher, actually. Got filled there at 514. It's up there to 525 now. Filling that gap. There it is. Up to 528. Oh, 530 now. Talk about a... oh. Wow. So there it is. Getting in there at $5. You can see my fill there. 1,000 shares at $5. It jumped all the way up here to 535. I took profit. I put my order out there at 512 just to look to get filled and take profit there, making 120 bucks. So overall on the day right now, I'm up $220. The market just opened. We're 2 minutes into the market open. Hey, I'm right there with you, Jordan. So MRNS filling that gap finally up to that 535 area. Still looking Above $5, looking strong here. Nice work, Kyle. 478 to 528, killing it right there. Beautiful. So MRNS trying to get through this 530 area now. Up there to 536. Woo! 541. Talk about a painful one. Taking profit way too early there. But like I said, wasn't trying to be greedy. But maybe I was greedy by taking profit early. Things to think about here. Beautiful trade there on MRNS. Up to that 544 area. Getting in there at $5. Today is the best day ever. Hopefully you made a lot of money there, Abbas. So KURA making a move here up to that 1340 area. Got NLNK pulling back here. And a couple stocks moving around. So there's the move down there on MRNS up to that 540 area. Moving back down here to the $5 area. We'll see if that $5 wants to bounce. Hitesh making $165. Beautiful trade there, my friend. That's what it's all about. Everybody making money this morning. MRNS. We talked about it all morning. MRNS, this move above that $5 area, up there to 540. It filled the gap there. If you look at the daily chart, you can see that gap. There's my P&L. Where's my P&L? P&L. Ding, 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 ding. So P&L here. Got a couple stocks trade this morning. We got KURA. We got MRNS. We've got that MRNS short. I actually made $70 short there on MRNS. Made $125 long there above that $5. Took profit way too early. I should have canceled that order there at 512. I was trying to get filled there. You can see the top of this candle was 514. I put my order out there, just trying to get filled there, right there below that low. Was thinking we might have some trouble there at the 515 area, but you can see it exploded up to that 540 area. So the one time that I played it safe, you know, it worked out that it went higher and higher there. And you can see now it's pulling back down through that $5 area. So somebody called out a short there at the 540 area. Would have been a nice little short as well. Could have got in short there at the 540 area, down here to the 490 area. Played it both ways. You can see how that works out perfectly there. You know, getting in for this break of that $5. It filled the gap. It got up that 540 area. The gap was filled. Found resistance. Bang. Time to short it. And it pulls down there. No music today. Had some problem with the music. Some copyright issues where YouTube didn't like I was playing music during the live stream. I got to go do some research and find some music that is going to not get me flagged for copyright. So NLNK KURA. Look at KURA. Nice little pop there, and then we're getting crushed here up to that 1340 area, getting pulled down here to the 1240. KURA right there at open. Talked about this one pre-market. You guys do not want to hear me sing. It will not be a good sound. I was actually I was a choir boy growing up. Catholic school, choir boy. You know how that goes. But nobody ever touched me though, so don't worry about that. So KURA up there to that 1340 area. You can see it got through that pre-market resistance we were talking about there at the 1260 area. It squeezed up there to 1340. Now it's pulling back down there to the 1250 area. Wow. MRNS getting the nice little pullback here down to that 490 area, touching that 20 EMA here and heading higher now, back up there to 520. You gotta love these kind of stocks where you get in there long, got in there at the break of $5, right there at $5, was never in the red, it never dipped below $5, had a small bounce there off $5, but you can see it basically after that just went higher. And, you know, took profit way too early there. Like I said, I was put my order out there at the 514 area. Try to get filled there at 512 on this candle. Was just trying to lock in $120. I'm happy with $100. No copyright sounds. Yes. Look at that. Josh making some money there on KURA. Got Surge making $140, $110 there on MRNS NLNK. Beautiful. Looks like everyone's making money this morning. That's what it's all about. After Friday, I'm happy that it's in the green this morning. I'm going to play it safe today. I know someone's going to be like, well, why aren't you doing some more trades? I'm just going to sit back here, wait for the right opportunity. If no right opportunities come along, I might just be done for the day after making 120 bucks there on MRNS right there at open. If you're just now tuning in, someone's just tuning in. If you're just now tuning in there's my P&L. Put that over there for now. I'm not trying to brag. Trust me, it's not that I'm like, oh, look at me making all this money today, because obviously could have made a lot more money there on MRNS than I did. But still, I'm happy with it. Not going to be greedy. Not going to try to force some trades. I feel like in the past, I've been really forcing trades. Been doing way too many trades. Way too many trades. People calling me right now. Don't they know I'm live streaming? Come on, people. Why are you calling me? Don't call me before 10 o'clock. All right. TEVA. Look at that. So TEVA, TEVA, got there to that 1793 area right there at open. And now it's pulling back down there to 1735. So basically giving up all the gains from pre-market. And looking like it might find a little bit of bottom here at the 1735 area. So TEVA got NLNK also getting smacked down here. So NLNK up to that 1830 area. It did not even get above that 1850 area that I was talking about earlier. Getting stuck there at that previous resistance there, kind of in this area. Not a lot of volume. You know, volume increasing now, but still only 800,000 shares volume. So shorts were able to pile in there. They're able to crash this. If you look at the chart on Friday, you know, it had a million shares traded right there at open. So that's why NLNK was able to explode there on Friday. And you can see now, without the volume, the shorts are in power, and they're pulling it down there. And there it goes, pulling NLNK down from that 1830 area. So a full dollar move there on NLNK if you went short there at open. Market open there at 1829. Had opportunity to go short in this $18 area. The $18 broke, and now it's down there to 1710. So NLNK, nice little short there. Another short opportunity this morning was KURA. This is one of those stocks that I really love. You get a stock like this that gets a nice squeeze there at open. You get a nice pop, gives you the opportunity to go short there, and then bang, you can short into this power there. Short once you find that resistance. You know, you get up to that 1340 area. Look at the top, the wick here, a lot of selling going on there. So you're watching level 2. You're watching them for the sellers. Once those sellers start stacking up, then it's a good sign that it's time to go short. And you can see here, it pulled down there to the 23 area. So a full dollar move there on KURA. We were watching KURA in LNK this morning. All these stocks that gave up some nice little profits. KURA, NLNK. What else? We got MRNS making the move up to that 540 area, filling the gap there. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the gap here, you can see NLNK. MRNS got up to this 525 area. So 525 was the previous gap down. So it gapped down from 525 down here to that $2 area. And you can see now it filled that gap. It got up there, filled the gap, top of this candle, filling the gap, finding resistance, and now coming back down. So would have been a great opportunity to go short. One of the reasons I didn't short it was because Friday I thought I could call the top on a couple of different stocks. Ended up getting squeezed. Ended up just having a bad day because of it. So this probably would have been one of those stocks where I could have called the top. I could have shorted here at the 540 area, 530 area. Gone short there. And now it's down there to 480. So beautiful. So you can see pre-market support there. A couple people talking about where to short MRNS now. Got that pre-market support there at the 472 area. It bounced there for about 30, 40 minutes. Bouncing that 472 area. And looking like it is finding some support there. You can see right there at open. Had that low there at 480. So that 480 support is kicking in there. MRNS does have good news. So good news is scary when you're shorting. You want to make sure that you're not going to short into a squeeze here. This thing could easily rip from that 480 area back up to that high of day. Got to be careful here. And there's the pop from that 480 area up to that 504 now. So from that 472, if it's going to break, if it's really weak, probably going to move back down to the 419 area, 420 area. You can see it bounced the 420 earlier when it kind of sold off. Not a lot of buying in between there. So Probably going to move back down to the 420 area for that 472. We got the VWAP right now there at the 489 area. So we'll see if that VWAP is going to help it at all. Got MRNS setting up there on the 5-minute chart. Holding this 480 area. Double bottom there at the 480. See if this wants to get back above this 517 area for a possible long back up to that high of day there, which looks like it wants to do it here. So we're watching MRNS here. This is the 5-minute chart, kind of watching it bounce. 5-minute chart bouncing off this 9 EMA, holding that 9 EMA trend pretty much all morning. So the power is there. We'll see if it wants to go. Basically, this is holding that trend right there, holding that 9 EMA trend all morning, finding support there, the 480 area. The reason we're talking about that 472 area, you got that previous support there, pre-market there at 472 area here on MRNS, and also look for that break through that 9 EMA for a possible move. It wants to go back down here to this 440 area where the 20 EMA is at. So a lot of selling going on here. The top of these two candles, see the big wicks there, holding this down. Got the 510 holding it down there. 505. Alfredo calling out exactly what I just said. Looking for that entry above this 517 area. For a possible long. Looking to go short here below this 472 area. I'll probably look for 472 to crack and then look for resistance to kick in. So I want to see this 472 break strong and then look for some bounce back up to that 480 area. Look for that 480 area to turn into resistance. And then that'll be a good sign this wants to go lower. It's up 50% right now, so it's giving up some of the gains. It wants to go back down, it looks like. See if this 480 is going to hold here. Got some buyers setting up there, 480, trying to buy the dip. Everybody wants to get in there for the dip until it's no longer the dip. So you got all these people who are going to be buying the dip here, and then as soon as that dip breaks, they're going to be selling, which happens right there. So 480 breaks, and then a lot of selling. So you see all that selling going on there. Big buyer there at 475. Look at that. Level 2. Big buyer. Looks he's going to get sold into here. See if he can hold it. 475 getting propped up there. Big buyer stepping in there. Big buyer again, stepping up there at 477. I don't know if that's a real buyer or if he's just trying to spoof it. Trying to keep this from crashing. Or it could be a short trying to just keep it from crashing so he can fill up higher and then remove that bid. 475 getting sold into. Pretty strong there. A lot of selling here on MRNS. Looking for this move below 472 here. So MRNS right there. Just holding. $472 holding for now. See if we can get this selling. Got some selling going on, but still a big fight here at the 470 area. 472, 475. Buyers up there, 473. Watching level 2. Watching the time and sales here. They're fighting it. They want to hold this up. They want to keep it above this 472 area because they know if it goes below 472, this is going to crash. So that 480 support from earlier turning into resistance now. You can see that 480 right here is now turning into resistance. Got a wall there holding it down. And I am using SureTrader. So 480 kicking in there. Getting tight before this. Between this 472 area, 480 area here on MRNS. KURA also making the move lower here. KURA bouncing off that $12 area. NLNK making a move lower. Both heading lower right now. NLNK down 3% on the day so far. MRNS finding that support there at the 472 area. Not wanting to break for now. Do I have any issues getting the money out of SureTrader? No issues. So you can see MRNS making that move from this morning up from that 350 area up there to 546 and then pulling back down through this after filling that gap. So nice little move there on MRNS this morning. It's kind of bouncing right now. 478, 472. Oh, NLNK getting crushed here. There goes NLNK. Looks like today was the day to finally go short. I tried to short it on Friday. And look at it now. Finally, it's crashing from this 1830 area down there to 1670. Finding a double top there at the 1750 area and then just getting crushed through the $17 area. You can see that $17 support there. Not working out, not holding for it. And then, bam, 1750 kicking in there. Double top down there to 1665 now. NLNK. Getting crushed from this pre-market high there at the 1830 area. Was trying to go short there at the 1850 area earlier. Just never got back up there. And now you can see NLNK down there to 1670. Ooh. NLNK heading lower. No buying. Just selling, selling, selling. So now we got MRNS. Got a kind of a support there at the 478 area. MRNS still up 50% on the day. You got NLNK, it's almost down 5% on the day. See once that short sale restriction kicks in here. And then you got KURA. It's still in the green on the day, but still selling off from that 1340 area down there to 1220. Those were a couple of the stocks we were watching this morning. Another stock we were watching this morning, what was that? TAHO. See what that one's doing. TAHO. Kind of bouncing here at open down to that 625 area now, coming back up to that 670 resistance there from pre-market. Taking a look here at XIN. XIN. What about it? No volume. Is it halted? I don't know what's going on there. XIN. Oh, there it is. It's loaded now. I don't like it. 100,000 shares traded on XIN. That's total crap. I need to see millions of shares traded. I want to see a lot of volume, a lot of action there. So you got KURA there at the 1230 area, finding resistance there. Double top, trying to do a pullback here. NLNK down in that 1650 area. MRNS getting stuck here at the 482 area, not wanting to go higher. Getting filled small size here on MRNS. See if we get a move down. I'll look to add later on if we get another top. And looking for this break of 470 here. Come on, 470 break. Let's do it. 475 holding right now on MRNS. Looking for this break of MRNS. Sorry, there's a bit of delay. The video is a little bit delayed. You'll see here my order pop up here. You can't see my what? I think it's a delay. There's a YouTube delay. Why is it not showing up? Oh, maybe my damn... This thing's in front of it. My little picture is in front of it. There we go. Now we're back. Sorry about that. Should be able to see it now. And there we go. MRNS breaking through there. I'm going to cover for $50 if I can get it here. Looking for this move lower. 467, 464, 460s. Beautiful. So that 472 broke. We got that bounce there off the 460s. Just sitting back here, MRNS. Looking for this move lower. See if this 472 wants to turn into resistance now. Getting some selling going there at the 465 area. There we go. Through that 460 here. Nope. 460 holding. 461, 462. 460 still holding here on MRNS. Looking for this break of 460 here. There it is. 460 break. Taking profit there. I know you're going to say it's going to go lower. But hey, 50 bucks. So that's going to put me up 275 on the day. I'm happy with that. It's almost 10 o'clock. I've got a million things I need to do today. After that hurricane. There it goes. 460, 456 now. 458. I took profit there at the 459. I only had 250 shares, you suck. I didn't want to scale out and then pay commissions and all that. You suck. Why don't you change your name to something else, like whatever your real name is, so that way I don't have to say you suck whenever I talk to you in the chat. That would make sense. Maybe change your name to, I don't know, something else, you know? Maybe like just a nice name. Just pick a name, any kind of name you want. Just, we'll know it's still you, but you can change it. So I don't have to keep saying you suck, you suck, you suck. So MRNS kind of bouncing here off the 456 area. I'm gonna scale out. I'm gonna take half shares, 250 shares. It's 125 shares. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't really work out for me. So there it is. I mean, MRNS, it's been bouncing here. I don't know, guys. You guys said I might have been an idiot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. MRNS going higher here. Wait. Jess, you shorted MRNS from 559? How'd you get filled at 559? What? Didn't even go that high. He's crazy. All right. Yes, there's a good chance that MRNS could go lower from here. But like I said, I took profit when I did. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. There's a good chance that MRNS is going to go back down to that 420 area. No doubt about it. But at the same time, I took profit, locked it in, 50 bucks. I went into that trade with small size, 250 shares, and made 50 bucks. That's pretty good reward there on that trade. So just kind of looking at what else you say. So KURA down from that 1340 area. You got NLNK moving around. Not a bad day so far. Not a bad day. Much better than Friday. Much better day than Friday. I'll admit that right now. Friday was not a good day. So I'm happy to be in the green. Happy for that. So MRNS making the move back down that 460 area. So we'll see if MRNS wants to go lower here. If anyone's just now tuning in, you haven't seen. I really don't even like showing my P&L just for the sheer fact that I feel like I'm literally bragging about me making $275, which I'm not bragging about because that is not an amazing day by any means, but just want people to see. I did make some kind of money today. It wasn't an amazing day, but I played it safe. That's 3 winners. 3 trades, 3 winners. You can see MRNS getting here at the $5 area, taking profit way too early. It got there to the 540 area, so I'd be up, $400 on that trade alone. If I just gave it a little more time, I probably would take profit at 530. To be honest, I probably would take profit at 530 either way. But still, that'd be up, $200, $300. So it's all good. Jess, it's all good, man. It's all good. I knew what you were talking about. I knew you didn't get short at that 559. There's no way. I knew it. So there it is. MRNS moving lower. Someone's going to comment. Where is he at? Someone's going to comment and say, I told you so. I told you so. You suck. Yes, I lost 200 plus on Friday. Man. Some serious critics in here, guys. Serious. So there it is. MRNS down to that 453 area now. I don't ever do the domestic wire transfer. I do the credit card transfer. It's much easier, Hitesh. Get a credit card, put money on it. Do that. So there it is. MRNS down to that 450 area. We're going to see if it's going to move down to that previous support down there at the 420s. Got that 430 support there. But this could easily get back down there to the 420s if it wants to go. There shouldn't be any delay. Might be delay in my feed right now, actually. It says it's Is the stream delayed? Are you guys not seeing this? It just looks like it's loading on my screen right now. Huh. Well, for some reason, YouTube shows my stream as not playing right now, but it's all good. So we talked about a couple stocks this morning. MRNS, we talked about NLNK, we talked about KURA, we talked about it all, pre-market. We talked about possible plans. Everybody had their input, ideas. That's what it's all about, really just kind of bouncing ideas around, everyone talking and figuring out things, and always good either way. But on that note, you know what time it is. It's 10 o'clock. Like I said, I got 1 million things to do today. Literally 1 million things. So on that note, I'm going to be out of here making $275 a day. I'll do a little recap later, kind of talking about some of it, kind of breaking down a little bit better. But on that note, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's been fun. Let's do it tomorrow. Do it all over tomorrow. $30, $275. 30 minutes, $275. Can't complain about that. I will talk to you guys later. Talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you maybe a couple hours. I'll make this video. But stay tuned.